Hello, Card Geeks. It is I, Nomah, here with my co-host Hoosier. How are you doing, Hoosier?
I am absolutely fantastic, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing great. Welcome to another riveting episode of Card Geeks, and we're just going to hit the ground running with some hobby news. With hobby news, I'm Ron Burgundy. Rick Tamlin is in the field. Just kidding. It's still Nomah and Hoosier. Hoosier, what is going on?
All right, so we have some big hobby announcements from Topps Instagram page. They announced that Frankie Lindor is going to have his very first autograph license cards for the first time since 2020. They signed an exclusive deal, so I know that's a huge deal for Mets fans as well as just fans of baseball. I like Frankie Lindor a lot. And I think it's going to be super fun to chase his autographs now, for sure.
Absolutely, and they just dropped a Topps Now product as of the recording of this last night, which I believe had some autograph parallels. One of my favorite PC cards, the same night that I pulled my 2019 Topps Chrome Red Vladdy Guerrero Jr. rookie card auto, I also pulled a 2019 Heritage Red auto of Lindor. It's like I'm never going to top that night ever. But I love that card, and yes, you're right. He has not had any products here in several years that had his autograph, at least not Topps products. So that is very cool.
Definitely. Now, the next bit of news is coming from the wrestling side of collecting. And for you guys that follow my channel, you guys know that I'm a massive wrestling fan. I'm a huge WWE fan, big fan of Topps WWE, and they actually just announced that just like MLB debut patches, the new rookies that debut on Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown are going to be wearing a exclusive debut patch on their gear that is going to go into a one-of-one trading card. So I love that they're incorporating what has been a great chase in baseball for wrestling. I feel that as a wrestling card collector, we've been neglected for a very long time. Wrestling cards have always seemed to have been an afterthought. So including these patches, and I'm just assuming there's going to be more and more wrestling product innovations. I'm really, really excited for this.
That is awesome. Yeah, so all you wrestling fans are about to have a really awesome new chase card. Okay, so the one other piece of news is regarding our channel. So we have started a new channel, which is at Card Geeks Show. So please pause this video, go over to at Card Geeks Show, make sure you're subscribed. For now, we're going to continue to post this content of Card Geeks on our channels, as well as the Card Geeks Show channel, but eventually we will phase these out on our channels and just focus on our card opening content. So you want to make sure that you are subscribed to the at Card Geeks Show, because you want to not miss us talking about this kind of breaking news as well as new product drops. And just in case you're new to either of us, hoosierpulls is his channel, Nomah's Sports Cards is my channel. So optimally, we'd like you to be subscribed to all three, watch content in all three. We think that if you like one of the channels, you'll like all of them. So that's going to do it for hobby news. That's going to do it for Card Geeks news. Oh, there is one other thing, which is that we are working on exclusive cards that are going to be dual autographed by the two of us, which we are going to both be at the National, and we'll be giving those away at the National. So more to follow on how you can enter to win one of those.
Yeah,
let's go into that. Me too. That's going to be so fun. Let's go into new releases. So we've already talked about 2025 Topps Heritage, and also dropping very soon this month is going to be Topps Chrome Black. So Hoosier, you are our resident expert on the new products, and I know that you have all kinds of info about this. So tell us what you know, and then we're going to opine a little bit for the people.
Yeah, absolutely. So 2025 Topps Chrome Black dropped last Wednesday for pre-order on Topps.com. This is a kind of unique blend between, I want to say, almost Bowman's Best and Topps Chrome, because Topps Chrome Black focuses on the best rookies as well as the best veterans. Now, this year's Topps Chrome Black actually dropped at a $250 pre-sale price. So a little bit more than what we're used to seeing as usual. And the thing about this product is that you get one encased auto and you get 2 packs per box. So with 6 cards per pack. So you're getting 13 cards for $250. And this is a hobby only product. You can only get this at from tops.com or your local hobby store. And in my opinion, it's a little bit less exciting than Topps Chrome. It's never been a product where I've actively gone out to go look for it and buy it on release day just because of the price, and from watching other people open it, it just seems to not have the value there for me to purchase.
Yeah, I agree. For me, the comps are kind of like 5 star or the Topps Archives buyback cards, where with 5 star you're getting, I believe, 2 cards per pack, and with the Topps Archives buyback you're getting one. And I know that you do get those 12 base cards, and you can get parallels in those. But
Mm-hmm.
for me, this is not a super appealing product because it's so high risk, high reward. And I'm not a breaker. I'm just a PC person who likes to open cards and trade cards and PC cards. I don't really sell and I don't do breaks. So I want for that much money, I want to be able to buy several boxes or buy a jumbo box and really make a day of it, have fun opening the cards, have fun sorting the cards, have cards to send to my patrons, have cards to trade, have cards to get autographed, have cards just to enjoy and cherish. I'm not into it. But I'm curious about you. Are you planning on getting any of this? And if so, why or why not?
So I actually have a few buyback cards for the WWE Championship buyback that they did for WrestleMania. So I'm possibly thinking about using the 20 to $40 in buyback for this product. Maybe it depends on what my LCS has it priced at on release day. Just like you, I'm not a major fan of this. I prefer Topps Chrome over Topps Chrome Black. I feel like it's just kind of a money grab in my opinion. Topps Chrome Black, it looks cool, don't get me wrong, but like you said, it just doesn't have that collectability as a base Topps Chrome autograph rookie card. The base design this year looks very similar to past years. We have a 150 card checklist, so it's not a massive checklist, so that's definitely a positive. But there are also quite a bit of parallels, as you can see here. We have the parallel list. We have refractors, blue lava, green wave, purple mini diamond, gold, and you can read the rest. And in just my opinion, I just don't see the attraction here, especially at $250 a box. I think the design is cool. Definitely think it's cool, but I don't know. I don't think I could justify spending $250 on 13 cards. And you made a great point earlier that the comps are also not there. And we're collectors just like you guys. We're not in this for money or anything like that. But when the expense to value ratio is that lopsided, I just don't see the value in opening it.
Absolutely. And something that we talk a lot about on my channel is ROF, which is return on fun, which
Mm-hmm.
is something that my friend and patron Sean coined. So there's return on investment and there's return on fun. Now, if
Yeah.
you want to learn how to invest in sports cards, you should definitely check out Jeff Wilson's show, Sports Card Investor, because he does talk
Mm-hmm.
about how to invest in cards. I personally, that's not something that I do. I'm a collector. I enjoy ripping packs. I enjoy seeing what I might get. I enjoy trading with my friends. That's what I do. Is for me, work is separate, and this is leisure, and this is fun, and this is hobby. And even though I do make a little bit of money off the channel, and I greatly
Mm-hmm.
appreciate that from Patreon and from YouTube, it all just pours right back into the channel and me being able to provide high quality content for my viewers. And I can't say that I won't open this product because there's a part of me that tries to open every product in order to show it to my viewers and see what it is offered. But it's
Right.
going to be like maybe a 5 minute video for that
Mm-hmm.
much money, and maybe I hit a big card, but probably not. The other problem is that I've been traveling, as you can see. I'm traveling right now, and I have kind of spent my budget for now on pre-orders of the Heritage product that's coming and the Bowman product that's coming,
Yeah.
as well as going to LCS. And I bought a box of Tribute, which is crazy expensive. But see, for
Yeah.
me, the ROF on Tribute is very high because you get a
Hmm.
hit in every single pack, and you can do really well. But even if you don't do really well, the cards are beautiful. It's a fun experience. To me, it's worth it. I always buy a box of Tribute every year, a box, because I can't afford to do more
Right.
than that.
Yep.
But for me, the Topps Chrome Black is just kind of like, to me, it's a breaker product. And the other piece too is that I don't really particularly enjoy encased cards, which is a little bit weird because I do put my better cards into one touches. And
Yeah.
so, but there's something about, for me, the tactile, like opening the cards and touching the cards, and then I'm choosing to place it in to the one touch for display and for protection. But I like being able to touch the card, and there's just something about it being hermetically sealed. And if you take the label off to get it graded or just to enjoy it or whatever, or try to get it, I don't know what you might do with it because it's going to be an autographed card, but it just feels to me a little, then you have to worry about not letting the case get scratched, which is the
Right.
same problem with archives. So now we're trying to protect the case, which is there to protect the card. It's just weird. So for me, it's just not something that I personally resonate with.
Yeah, I totally agree. And speaking of autographs, we're going to talk a little bit about the autograph parallel list, as well as it's going to be on card as always. That is another plus, that you are getting on card autographs. Now you can see there are new labels next to some of the parallels, so they have added more parallels. They've added the blue refractor, the rose gold wave refractor, number to 15, and the white refractor. So while I'm a fan of parallels, I love really cool parallels. I think the rose gold and the white refractor sounds really cool. That just pads the product more for, honestly, guys that you don't want to get. We have some of the key rookies. We have Connor Norby is on the rookie list. No offense to Connor Norby, but if you pull an encased blue refractor to 150, there's 150 boxes out there with blue Connor Norby autos. As well, you have Hurston Waldrop, Drew Thorpe, Spencer Schwellenbach, who I made a comment to somebody yesterday on my page because I skipped over Spencer Schwellenbach's rookie card because I was like, he's not even the best Spencer on the Braves. So like I said, you have a lot of rookies that are not superstar rookies, and especially with this 2025 rookie class, as of right now, it is not the greatest. It is not the greatest, but that's a great time to buy. Like we said before, you could probably pick up some Cruz, James Wood at a great price, but they've added more parallels to the autograph list. If we're being honest, we're probably, if I were to open this, I'd probably pull a, Connor Norby encased autograph. So
I
how do you feel about that?
haven't posted the video yet, but I just opened my last box of 2025 Series 1 Jumbo, and I did
Mm-hmm.
in fact get a Connor Norby autograph. It was a sticker auto to add
Yep.
insult to injury. And Connor Norby's been on the DL to start the year, and he is coming back, and he is good.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I like Spencer Schwellenbach, random factoid. I pulled him out of Bowman Platinum a few years ago, and no idea who he was, and now he's looking like the Rookie of the Year, maybe Cy Young. Well, he's not a rookie anymore, is he? But
Not not
looking
technically,
he's
but he
looking
is on the rookie
very
list.
he's on the rookie list, even though I don't think he qualifies as a rookie, which is weird. But he is going to have a very strong career. So I mean, for me, it's just kind of like we have this saying in my family: "Me look for who ask." And it's kind of a long story, but it boils down to when my son was younger and he and his buddies were sitting in the back seat of the car, just stringing together weird phrases,
Yeah.
as 5-year-olds do. And one of them was like, "Me look for who ask," and it's just something that we say when we're kind of like, "I'm not really that interested in that." Me
Yeah.
look for who ask. Like, who cares about that? And this is kind of how I feel about this product. It's kind of how I feel about this rookie class too. Like Cruz popped a couple homers the other day, right after I dropped him on my fantasy team, which felt good to me.
Yeah.
Woods is looking good. Those guys are both going to be superstars down the road. There's no
Mm-hmm.
question. It's just kind of, you know, I'm just kind of over it. It feels like a yawner to me. I am interested in the Heritage product, but that's because you're going to have those rookies plus the veterans that we talked
Right.
about on our last show. And Heritage is just an awesome product as well to get autographs and whatnot. So the odds of me getting in those 12 base cards a card that I will end up in front of that player at some point and able to get his autograph are pretty low. But if you buy a couple hobby boxes of Heritage, the odds that there's a player in there that you will end up being able to go to a game or go through the mail, or in my case, go to spring training or whatever, are pretty high. Plus, I have a hard time with Chrome cards anyway. I know you can prepare
Yeah.
them with Stadler erasers and make the gloss go down so that they'll hold an autograph. But I prefer a card like a Heritage card or an Archives card that just takes the autograph. It's no
Yep.
problem. So yeah, I'm just kind of not about it. I think it's going to be a pass for me. Again, I can't swear that I won't because, like if I don't know, if I find some money under a rock or if one of the shops I've been trying to get to sponsor my channel is like, hey, we'll send you a box and open it. I'll
Yeah.
certainly partake. I'll do that. I can't say I won't, but I don't think I'm gonna go into my May budget because I've already spent my April budget. I think I'm
Yep.
gonna go into my May budget for this. I just don't. It just doesn't grab me.
All right. Well, maybe we can convince you with the next few slides, perhaps,
Okay,
because
let's go for it.
there are some new additions. So we have new case hits this year. One being Nocturnal. So this says Nocturnal thrives in the darkness in true Topps Chrome Black fashion. This will feature top MLB stars as if through night vision. So I think it looks pretty cool. Maybe not case hit worthy. I don't know. I feel like it could be a insert like series 1 or series 2 that you end up getting tired of seeing after you pull it so long. But it is chrome. It is going to be like a refractor style. Um, I I don't know if I'm doing a good job at convincing you because I'm not very convinced
See,
myself.
See, what I think would be cool is if they did like the top 10 players of their splits that they hit better at night. Like that would be cool. I mean, I'm just such a nerd. I mean, I'm a card
hmm
geek. This is why we have this
Yep.
show. Like, I want the level of nerd to be like
Yep.
maxed out. So if you do like nocturnal and I think it's called diurnal, like animals that hunt during the day, like the 10 best daytime hitters and the 10 best nighttime hitters, or like road warriors, which is like the 10 best on the
Yeah.
road, or like home cooking, the 10 guys who hit best at home. Like those kinds of subsets would interest me, but the nocturnal card looks cool, but what's the you look for who ask? What's the connection? Like, how did you decide who is
hmm
that? Right?
I think that it was just like, hey, the theme is Topps Chrome Black. Let's go with a nighttime case hit.
Yeah, and that's cool. I mean, listen, if I do open a box and I pull one of those, I'm sure I'll be stoked.
Yeah.
But it just feels a little like I like in Cosmic how they do the planetary parallels, and I believe
Yeah.
the
The
way they did
pursuit.
it is
hmm
yeah, planetary pursuit, and I think if I remember right, it's the further you are from the sun, the more rare the card is. Like
Yeah.
that's cool. That's cool. But it just seems a little like I don't know. I feel like there's a little bit of manufactured hype. Like we have these new parallels. It's like, but
Right.
why? Why should I care, right? And what
Yeah.
is the relationship between that card and that player? And not to go overly creative here, but why not have a thing where, say, the player who's very best at night is harder to pull than the 10th best
Right.
guy. And so like make the scarcity real and make us feel emotionally invested in it and then we'll care.
And I think that's a great point, and that's something that I wanted to bring up with the home field advantage cards. I really love the home field advantage cards, but I think that the fact that they're on a paper stock, I think that if Chrome or if Topps had put them on a Chrome stock in a paper
Yeah.
product, that
That'd
would
be so
have
good.
just blew up the popularity of it. But as you know, as you saw when they first came out, they were really, really popular. And then I mean now you can buy a home field advantage of one of your favorite players for like 10-15 bucks.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting because they are still really hard to pull, but they've
Mhm.
become, to your point, they've become a little bit pedestrian. I pulled a Shohei one the other day, and I was really excited about it. And that's a card that holds value. But to
Yeah,
your point, if it was on Chrome stock, it would be even better. And it's not like they don't have the technology to insert Chrome cards in with base cards because they do it in
right,
Heritage, so we know they
right,
can.
definitely. All right,
I
well, let's get.
I think Topps needs to hire us. They need to
I
hire
think
us as
so.
their
Yeah.
advisors because it's sort of like in the Tom Hanks movie Big. The reason he
Hmm.
was such a great toy executive is because he was actually a kid who actually played with the toys. And I'm sure Topps must have some kind of R&D department, but they need to talk to people who actually do this for fun and actually care, right?
Absolutely,
Because
I
sometimes
agree.
I feel like they're just throwing stuff at the wall to see what'll stick, and we could probably save them a lot of trouble.
I think so, and like I think that's a great point because it. Now that you said that, it almost seems like they just kind of sent that idea, the nocturnal idea, out to maybe like a graphic designer that doesn't really open baseball cards. Maybe they do, I don't
Yep.
know, but it's just kind of like, oh, like, we'll slap Aaron Judge in front of a moon and a forest water scene, and we'll call it good.
Well, hoosierpulls at gmail.com, nomahlovesyah at gmail.com. I mean, CEO of Fanatics, call
Yeah, hey Michael Rubin, I'm free this week, so you could
Michael Rubin, we got tons of time, bro. We're here for
yeah.
you.
Alrighty, so we have one more case hit. So there's going to be multiple case hits this year. So we have Nocturnal. Now we have Hit the Lights, as well as Depth of Darkness. So we don't have an image for Depth of Darkness because that's actually going to be the most difficult to pull. I have that from the odd sheet as 1 in 121 packs, as opposed to the Nocturnal being 1 in 49. So the Hit the Lights says home whites flourish during night games. This insert will showcase floodlights hitting top stars and making them pop. Um,
Ooh.
but I kind of feel that the lights are the kind of distracting from the actual player and them making Bobby Witt Jr. kind of black and white, like fading out the actual color. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one.
Yeah, I think it's one you probably have to see in person to really know for sure. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure we'll see some on display at the National if we don't pull any ourselves. But also let us know in the comments what you guys think and if you pull any, because we're open-minded and we'll change our opinions
Definitely.
sometimes. But I think overall we're just a little lukewarm on this whole thing. And if I did my math right, you said they're one in how many packs?
So Hit the Lights is 1 in 73 packs, and the Depth of Darkness is 1 in 121.
Okay, so let's just call it 120. So let's say that you have
Mm-hmm.
to buy 60 boxes to get 120 packs, and the boxes are $250 each. So if you have to buy 60 boxes, that's $250 times 60.
Yeah,
So that's, what,
a lot.
2,500? Yeah, I mean, that's just, 25, 50,000. Yeah, so you're talking about like $1,500 to hit one.
Mhm. Yeah,
And they're not gonna be priced that way. They'll probably go for $100, $200, maybe
yeah,
500 if somebody jumps on it. But I will say this, for those of you that do try to recoup some money out of your breaks, out of your rips, you want to sell this stuff right away.
yeah.
Because like I said, I usually PC my stuff. But like I pulled a Mike Trout, I think it was a Neptune a few years ago,
Hmm.
and it was going for a lot of money, or Uranus, it was Uranus. It's going for a lot of money at first, and now it's not. And I didn't really care because for me it's just fun to pull a rare card, and I'm just going to keep that
Yeah,
card because it's like a fun memory. But yeah, you got to be really careful with if you're trying to recoup your money. People like the latest and greatest stuff, and it's
yep.
recency bias, and they're just going to buy it because they think maybe it'll become really rare and blow up down the road. But you want to get in and get out quick on this product. I
Yep.
think
Now I
if you're
think it
going to
it
do it.
does sound interesting that it says
Mhm.
layered chrome tech collides with chrome black. So I have no idea what that's gonna look like. It might be
Yeah,
insane, it might be something really cool. But like you said, 1 in 5 cases, I mean, that is more than just a shot in the dark. That's
yeah.
crazy.
Well, and I'm all for cool new cards, but I mean, I think
Mhm.
I'll be buying singles of Polar Bear and Corbin Carroll, and probably leaving it alone. Other than that,
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah. So
Well,
as we wrap this up, we definitely want to hear your guys' opinions. And whether you're going to be picking this up or not, we love hearing what you guys have to say. I think that as of right now, I'm probably going to avoid this unless it drops in price after a little bit, because Topps Chrome Black has been known to do that. If you look at some of the previous years on the shelves of your local hobby store, you're usually able to find them at less than what they debuted at. So, how about you,
Yeah.
buddy? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I don't see it holding its value or going up. So if it goes on the bargain bin for 150 bucks in a few months, I might grab one just to kind of see. But again, for me, it's not just about the return on investment, it's about the return on funds. So for me,
Right.
if I can buy 2 boxes of this, or I can buy a case of an older heritage product and have 12 boxes to open over a period of time, create a lot of content, get a lot of short print cards to trade with people, get a lot of base cards to get autographed, get some autographs, real one autographs in there that are probably going to be worth just as much as the autographed cards. I'll get 2 autographed cards of Chrome Black for 500 bucks. I'll get
Yeah.
probably more than 2 autographs in a case of Heritage, depending on which year it is. I'm going to get between 2 and 4, just depending on the odds. So, I mean, I would rather have more product to open and more fun to have. And,
Yeah.
now I've got 12 openings instead of one.
Yep.
That's just kind of how I roll.
I also think it would be cool if one of us maybe took $250 and bought singles of Topps Chrome Black and see what kind of value we can get, how many cards we can get for $250 as opposed to just opening a box with one autograph in it.
If I found $500 under a rock, that would be an amazing comparison video. It's like we're going to
Yeah,
open one box and we're going to show you guys what you could have gotten if you'd have just spent that. And if any of you guys
definitely.
want to take that challenge on, do it and let us know.
Yep,
I got to
for
run
sure.
because I got a plane to catch, and I'm so glad that we had time to do this. And I hope you guys will enjoy the video and just let us know what you decide to do. If you're going to go with Topps Chrome Black or if you're going to pass. Seems like you and I are both planning to pass, but we're kind of intrigued at the same
Hmm.
time. So we'll be monitoring the situation closely. We'll put it to you
Definitely.
guys that way. All right. Well, we'll be back next week with another riveting episode of Card Geeks. Again, check out Card Geeks channel if you haven't yet, and check out each of our channels. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to pop that like button, and we really appreciate you guys being here. This show exists because of you. And Hoosier, as always, thank you for doing the show with me. It's always super fun to see you and connect and talk about cards.
My pleasure, buddy. I feel the exact same.
All right, everybody. Well, keep on enjoying the hobby and keep on enjoying your life, and we will see you next week. In the meantime, keep
Keep
on
on ripping.
ripping.
Thanks, guys.